What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to Remote Producer Live. I'm Kimberly Flowers, your host for today. And yeah, the setup's just a little bit different. Same room, just a different angle of the same room. So if you guys are wondering where I am, I'm still in my house. But today we're talking about Clubhouse, okay? And guys, today's episode is sponsored by Restream. Guys, make sure that you go check out the link. I'm going to put a link in the description if you want to try out Restream. If you love what you're seeing here, you want to figure out how you can do this for yourself, then make sure that you go over to restream.io or use my personal link that I'll put in the description for this video. Now, how many of you, I'm actually going to the comment section, okay? Because we're live two different places right now. We're actually live in Clubhouse and we're actually live inside of Restream, right? So like, or on Facebook and YouTube, multiple places, but we're live. And I know that you could have been anywhere else in the world today, but you decided to be here. So I'm grateful and I'm excited and I'm going to show you something kind of really awesome. Today we're talking about how to add and integrate your Clubhouse audio with your live stream broadcast and why you may want to do that. So before we kind of get into that, I really want to kind of give some background and make sure first of all, like, that you guys can hear me in the chat area. Guys, y'all know I love it when y'all talk to me, so just in the chat area let me know. Kimberly, I can hear you, I can see you, everything is going good, and I know that that's all working together because I have a lot of things connected today, so I just want to make sure that everything is everything. All right, so talking about Clubhouse, like, what is Clubhouse? You guys have probably seen on social media people asking for invitations for how to like join Clubhouse and all of this stuff. Clubhouse is a social media platform. It is an audio only social media platform that has like some really cool benefits. It also has some restrictions for people that are maybe trying to get onto it right now. We're going to explain what that means and what that looks like for you in just a moment. But Clubhouse is a social media platform that is audio based only. That means there's no video, there's no pictures, there's no, it's just you having a conversation with your audience really about anything. And this will make sense once I kind of show it to you real time. We're going to take like a sneak peek into Clubhouse so that you guys can see exactly what I'm talking about real time. Okay. Um, but it's a social media platform, and you're probably wondering what is all the hype about if it's just audio. Off the bat, that may not sound all that exciting, but I think Clubhouse has done a few things like right. One is in the marketing of what they're doing, right? So they've kind of created it as an invite only platform. It is an invite only platform, which means that you can't currently, right now, we're at the date that we're doing this video or this live stream, you're not able to join Clubhouse unless somebody else gives you an invitation to join. Okay. Now, anybody can download the Clubhouse app by just going to your local app store on your phone and looking up Clubhouse. I would encourage you to do this even if you don't have an invitation, because one of the things that Clubhouse does allow you to do is to save your username, right? So like, they're kind of slowly bringing people into the platform because it just can't sustain as like the massive growth that I guess that it's done so far. So they're trying to like lay things out piece by piece, right? And so but from a marketing perspective, what that has done for the industry is it's caused kind of a level of scarcity. So people are like, well, they feel like they're on the outside if they're not in the Clubhouse social media platform. And so that's working for people. Like, people are literally excited about Clubhouse, and once you get into the platform, it'll make more sense. Like, it right, like at first, when I first started with the whole Clubhouse thing, I got my little invitation or whatever, and I joined and I looked at some of the rooms in there, and it was okay, but I wasn't really all that excited about it until I started to see like the value of it. Because one of the other things that I think Clubhouse does really well is it gives you access to any kind of person. You can basically be in the room with all of your favorite influencers. So they really kind of like started out using their marketing efforts towards like influencers, and then allow those people to invite their friends. So a lot of people on Clubhouse right now are a lot of really awesome influencers and people that are doing some really amazing things. So this gives you an opportunity to not just only be in a room with them, but also an opportunity to maybe even be on the stage with them talking and having more than just a conversation like we're having, but really be a content, not just a content creator, but really a content contributor, right? So we'll take a look at what all that looks like here in a second. But in the comments, in the comments area, I want you guys to let me know, are you already on Clubhouse? If you're already on Clubhouse, say I'm already on Clubhouse, okay? And if you're not on Clubhouse, then stay tuned because we're gonna take a sneak peek into like what all the hype is really about, okay? So let's kind of move into this. As you can see, my setup here is just a little bit different. I am using my board that we used from the last one because I'm going to show you some things that require multiple, I guess, tracks of audio. We're live here inside of the Clubhouse app, and I'll show you this on the screen here in just a second. But that just means people can hear me. Anybody that joins this Clubhouse room, I did send out a link for people to be able to join that. And I'll probably put it here inside of the chat as well. Okay. So if you do have Clubhouse and you want to jump over on your phone from today's broadcast, then you can just click this link here that I'm going to add and join us inside of the Clubhouse app. Okay. Samantha says she's on Clubhouse. Awesome. Samantha, join me over into the thing. Maybe I'll pull you up on as a moderator, okay? So that you can kind of help me do this real time. All right, so Clubhouse, let's go into it, okay? And then before we do, just really quickly before we do this, I am going to put it on the screen, but just give me a second, right? One of the things that I want to talk about before I do that is just to kind of let you know what are some of the benefits of actually incorporating your Clubhouse audio into a live stream broadcast. Now, Clubhouse is said to be, one of the like groundbreaking things for podcasters right now. Like it's the new way to podcast, right? And it's sort of that way, like, because in the sense that you are able to create content kind of on the fly. You're starting a conversation and you're allowing other people to kind of contribute to that conversation by way of moderators. And you pick people that have basically joined the room and like bring them up on stage essentially and allow them to contribute to the conversation. So it's really groundbreaking when it comes to podcasters who are creating content and they really want to talk about issues and current events or fashion, like whatever it is that you're into, your industry, and you want to perpetuate that conversation. Clubhouse is a really awesome tool to be able to do that and connect with people who are of like mind. Okay, so what does that mean for your live stream broadcast? One of the things that it means is that you can now like up the level of audience engagement. So like right now we're live on our multiple different platforms, on YouTube, on Facebook, wherever it is that you're watching us from. But also, like, how cool would it be to be able to hear their audio live and I can have a conversation with you. You guys can see me and we'll maybe see the screen as well for the Clubhouse thing. But obviously this is audio only for Clubhouse. So you'll only hear their audio, but it just up levels the engagement factor. So people can connect with you. They can join the conversation with you real time, just like we did last week with the phone calls and things like that. So it just kind of gives some really cool, I'm waiting for Restream on YouTube right now. Joe, I'm not for sure what you mean by that. You're going to have to explain just a little bit. All right, so let's take a look at the Clubhouse app. Let's go here really quickly. I have to do a couple of different things. So let's go to the capture area here. And I'm going to start this, and I'm going to start this over here so you guys can see exactly what I'm doing here. Okay. All right. So I am, for those of you that are wanting to know, like, how am I putting the screen up right now? The way that I'm doing that is actually through Ndi Capture. It's a little app right here. And it just basically allows you to capture the screen real time. You connect it directly either to your computer. Right now, I actually have this connected to my board so that you guys can see what's happening real time. Okay. So we're actually going to go through this, and I'm going to go over to the Clubhouse app, which, as you can see, we are already in. Okay. So this is a room that is already live right now. Okay. So that means that if anybody jumps on the broadcast right now or on the Clubhouse room, they're able to hear me talking to you, I'm able to add them as a moderator. If you're already on the Clubhouse app, you can hit the link that I put inside of YouTube and Facebook and all the other platforms and jump in the Clubhouse room, and I'll add you as a moderator so you can have this conversation with me, okay? So this is the Clubhouse app. I kind of want to go through, some of the different things. I'm going to, just shrink that for a second. We're definitely not going to leave the room, obviously, because we're the ones there. But this is what the platform looks like, okay? So when you're kind of going to the homepage, like this is it. It's just a bunch of different rooms that you have inside of here. And each of these rooms have like a bunch of different people that you can follow. It lets you know like what's going on inside of the room. And if I click one of these rooms, you'll be able to hear the audio happening from there. Okay. So our goal is to capture what's happening, record what's happening, but there are some rules to this. Okay. So this is very, very important, this part. Now, Clubhouse, as a general rule, I don't know if I showed you this or not, but if I go into any room right now, it does say like, hey, you're not allowed to record somebody else's audio without them kind of having permission to do so. So you can get suspended for doing that. But here's the trick, okay? You can record your own rooms. You are allowed to record the audio from your own room and incorporate them into the broadcast as you see us doing now. I probably will just mute the audio inside of here, but maybe I'll just show it to you for like 3 seconds and then you can just kind of see how it works. Let's go into the power of social media room. Let's see.
To grow my business.
Okay, so you see that little heads up, sharing the recordings,
do a lot of videos,
right?
And
you want to be careful about that. But inside of here, you can see that there are multiple speakers, right? So I want to explain how the setup works. So inside of each room, there are speakers, and each of the speakers can be identified by having like a little microphone, and they also have their
building that attraction
mute button and things like that on.
It's completely changed
just
my
really
life
quickly, I want to make sure we're muted because you could probably hear that right now. If you can hear that, just let me know. I think you could have heard that right now, the audio. But you can hear people are speaking, and you can see who's speaking like by their there's like a little gray line that comes up when they're speaking. Now, right now, I have not asked to, I haven't lifted up my hand or anything like that to become a moderator. So you can raise your hand by hitting the hand here. And so for this particular room, the moderators have turned off hand raising. So you're not allowed to raise your hand and ask a question in this particular room. I guess they already have their moderators and they're just wanting to have a conversation that way. So this is a really great collaborative tool, guys, for you to jump on with other influencers and have a conversation about your industry topics or about questions that people are already asking about your particular industry. It becomes a very, very powerful tool that way. Okay. So it's divided into 3 different segments. So these are the people that are on stage, all of the people that have the little mute button or whatever there, they are muted themselves so that they're not overpowering the speaker. And right now, because we're not a moderator, we can't be heard. So we're totally fine right now. Okay. As you can see, Joey is speaking right now. You can see his little icon is pulsating. And then if I turn that up,
hey, what's going on, Joey? And thanks for bringing me up here.
All right, but we're going to turn it down because we're not going to try to violate any rules while we're on the broadcast, okay? But just to give you guys kind of like a heads up, if this was your room and you had all these speakers on here and you wanted to record this, so you're having a conversation and you have these people inside of the room and you're telling them, hey, you want them to contribute into the conversation, you can definitely do that by connecting your phone to your audio interface or directly to your computer using an external Livestream encoder. And we'll talk about how that works in just a moment. But so far, guys, again, so you have the speakers here. Beneath the speakers, there's a section where these are followed by the speakers. These are people who are listening that are followed by the speakers. And if you see one of these little icons on here that has just the little celebration emoji, then that means they're brand new to the platform. And people are joining like every day, so it's constantly some new people on here. And then the rest are just others in the room, right? So there's other people. As you can see, this room is pretty full right now. We got a lot of people in here. And then, of course, you can continue to listen, gain some valuable information during the broadcast, and then leave quietly. Now, I will say to you guys, again, I want to stress, don't use what I'm giving you to go record information from other people's rooms. That's rude, right? We want to just make sure that we're recording your own audio for your own events, your own broadcast, your own thing, okay? And you are able to do that kind of using this particular thing. So let's kind of go through the how. Are you guys excited about the what so far? All right, nice. Awesome. Henry, Joe, Lapu, thank you so much for Pearly. I see your comments here, guys. And actually, I'm going to go ahead and use some of these amazing features on Restream to showcase some of these comments that you guys have. All right, let's see. There we go. Oh, we should see them there. All right, you guys are definitely in the house. All right. All right, so you guys are probably wondering, like, Kimberly, now that you've shown me all this amazing stuff, how do I actually get this set up for myself? And that is what we are going to discuss right now, as soon as I'm move this. Okay, cool. All right, so how do I do this? Like, how can I actually connect my Clubhouse meeting or room to my platform, to my live stream platform? Okay, so first things first, you want to go download Clubhouse. Even if you don't have an invitation, again, just make sure that you download the app. And then if you can sit on what's called the waiting list. And if somebody recognizes you and says, oh yeah, I know that person, I'm going to send them my invite, then you'll get on. So like, it's not as long of a waiting list as you may think. So I would at least try that option. A lot of people have said that they're able to get on within a 24-hour period just by jumping on the waiting list. Okay. So definitely don't knock the waiting list. Try it out and see if that works out for you. Again, this is limited to iPhone users. It is also limited to invite only, platform. But as they're growing, some of the benefits are you're able to collaborate with some really awesome influencers, even celebrities like Kevin Hart and others have joined the platform. So there's lots of really big influencers that you can not only just join the room, and gain some awesome insight, but also to become a contributor of the conversation on Clubhouse. Okay, so we kind of gave you a sneak peek as to what that looks like. And once you downloaded the software, it's an app, guys. It's not a software, but just once you downloaded it, I'm going to show you my screen again. Hold on. All right. Start. And if you guys want me to make a whole video on how to show your iPhone or your cell phone on here, then I'll do that too. Okay. So let's go back to the live phone. Okay. So once we've done that, you've gone into Clubhouse. As you can see, we have our live room set up here. And this is the actual room itself. It does have music mode. Now, I have not tested music mode, but I will say that it does give me some really cool ideas for musicians and people who do covers and things like that. I actually was in a room where they were doing auditions for, some play that they were having or something like that. And they were having people live, audition for their platform, which is really cool. Like, these are just amazing ideas, guys. You're only limited by your own creativity as it pertains to what you can do inside of these rooms. Okay. And the cool thing about being able to connect your phone to an external piece of hardware like this audio interface is that you're able to get really quality like audio, including effects and all these other really cool things. So right now we have this Shure mic connected to this audio interface that we introduced to you guys last week in last week's episode, the Live Track L8. And on this exact interface, we can add like effects to the broadcast. So I think I can actually do this real time. I'm going to show you guys. If y'all can hear that change up a little bit, my audio should sound a little bit more like echoey now because I've included some effects here. But think about if you're singing, if you're a singer, I'm not going to sing for you guys now just because I don't want to, you know, I don't want to go there right now. But if you are doing covers for videos, that's a really exciting like tool to be able to go directly live from, you know, something like this into Clubhouse and audition for whatever it is that you want to do, or even just do like a live concert. Like, can you imagine a virtual concert on Clubhouse? Professionally done and professionally like ready. This is just amazing opportunities for anybody who's thinking about doing different things with their audio. Okay. So how do we do this? First things first, I've connected this particular phone to the audio interface using a little adapter, because this is a 35 millimeter cord. I don't want to undo it because then you'll miss the audio here. Actually, I will undo it. Hold on. And I'll just put it back. Okay. So we have an iPhone, can be an Android phone. It's perfectly fine if it is. You can do an Android phone connected with a little like adapter for your phone. My particular iPhone has a the end here that's like a flat tip. So I need this to connect to a 35 millimeter cord here, which has 3 stripes on it. 3 stripes connected directly in here. I connect this to the phone, and this is connecting just the audio. Okay. This is connecting just the audio to like, this is multi-track audio like we discussed in our last episode. If you guys haven't seen that episode, make sure you go back and check out the episode that we did about call-in guests. Okay, like, so this kind of works exactly the same way. So once I'm connected here on my interface, it actually has just a phone jack here where you can connect it to the phone via this little cord here. Okay, so we're just connecting that directly in, and that's it, right? We're going to turn up the volume, and now we have access to that specific thing. Okay, now if you are on just your PC and you don't have an interface, like, how do you do this, right? So you can actually connect your phone to your computer via USB. Okay, and there are some live stream platforms that will read your phone as its own source. Okay, so if you're using vMix or if you're using Wirecast, then it will show up as its own source there, and you're able to see what's happening, and then, you know, have either the audio selected, or you can mute the audio that way too. Okay, so then that's how you can see what's happening. I chose for this particular broadcast because I already used up all of the ports. I used all of the ports already on my laptop here, so I connected it to the audio output that I just showed you here, and this is connected via USB to the computer. So instead of having like all of these different things connected to the computer, I plug in a bunch of things to the audio interface, and then I can just connect the interface to the computer. That makes it a little simpler. So if you do have an audio interface like this, I would suggest that mode. Okay, but it's not mandatory. Like, if you can buy a little adapter that has multiple jacks on it, to where you have multiple USBs and multiple HDMI outputs, where you can just connect it directly to your laptop. Okay, but this is the process that we're using for today. And as you can see from this process, and I did mute myself here on the board just so you're not hearing double audio, because right now you guys are hearing me from the microphone, but I also don't want you to hear me directly from the Clubhouse app, because we're live there too. Okay. But I'm going to show you really quickly now how to connect the video from your phone to your Restream.io or, vMix or Wirecast or whatever external platform that you're using for live stream. Okay. So the way that you do that is really actually super simple. One thing that I want you guys to all get, if you can, and this is Android and iOS users can all get this little, we call it a plugin, but it's really an app for free. You can get it for free. It's called Ndi, Ndi Capture. Let's take a look, shall we? All right, you guys see this right here? Now, it's this one. I have both camera, so you can use your phone as an external camera using Ndi. Ndi is basically a technology that allows you to connect multiple devices over Wi-Fi, okay? And so this actually connects both your camera or the screenshot of what's happening on your phone via Ndi. So you guys can go to ndi.com and download this for free on your phone right now, okay? So it's Ndi Capture. And then I would also just do Ndi Camera too, because it's a really great tool if you need a third camera to come in, then you can use your phone, or if you're walking around your house and you want to show people specific things in a different room, you can do that with this really cool plugin, okay? So I say plugin, it is an app. So go to Ndi and check out both of these things. The one that we're going to use for this particular broadcast and the one that you're seeing even right now is Ndi Capture. Ndi Capture, this one. Okay, and as you can see, we are currently recording. I can hit stop the broadcast, and that would stop what you're able to see there, and a big question mark would show up, right? And I'm going to do it just for the sake of explaining this to you guys. Okay, so now a question mark is, now if I hit start broadcast again, then it gives me a 3 second, like a 3 second, hey, you're back kind of thing. And then you can see it there. And then of course, at this point, you can navigate to any place, whether it's YouTube. And the cool thing about, like, let's just say we're doing a YouTube video, as you can see, if we're doing a YouTube video, let's just take this one. You guys can have that there. Now this is like, you have to make sure that I think I'd locked my aspect ratio. So you need to make sure it's unlocked so that you can kind of see this. But if you're doing reviews, like for different videos, and you want to play the video and talk about it, some really cool things that can happen there. Okay. So once you have this down, you're able to go directly to your Clubhouse app. Okay. So you have both the audio connected by either connecting it directly to your computer via USB and your little adapter if you're an iPhone user, right? So to the 35 millimeter cord, you're going directly into the headphone jack of your laptop. You can do it that way, or you can connect it like I did directly into the audio interface so that I could use multiple tracks of audio, meaning this one here and this one here, the microphone. So that's 2 tracks of audio. Most times for something like that, you're going to need an audio interface. There are digital audio interfaces. Maybe we'll get into that in another episode. But just for the purpose of today, this is kind of how we're doing this. Okay. So I'm going to jump back in to my laptop here. To my phone here. It looks like we're here. Okay. Let's make sure we're showing. Oh, okay. Looks like I closed out the Ndi. So I'm going to just open it back up real quick so you guys can see what's happening on the screen. And as soon as I do that, I'll show you how to navigate to Clubhouse and how to start recording the audio from there. Okay. So now that this is plugged in, inside of if you're using it in audio interface, then all you have to do is turn the volume up on that particular track. I'll show you what that looks like in just a second. So inside of here, right, I'm opening up the Clubhouse app, right? And I'm inside of my room. And right now we don't have anybody in here, but if we did, then we can like upgrade somebody to a moderator and talk to them live, and that audio would be showcased here on your audio interface, and then you would just turn it up, right? So as you can see here, because we just plugged this in using a 35 millimeter jack, we literally just plugged it in right there. And then the audio for this is like right here. So I can turn it up or down. I'm going to leave it down because I don't want to do like a echo right now, but I will go back into another room here and for 2 seconds, turn it up so that you can hear what this looks like. Okay. So let's see. That one's giving us trouble. Maybe come back in there. Let's just start back again, and we will join the Art of Networking room here. All right, so as you can see, there's audio now coming through. Let's just see. Are you guys able to hear that? I'm going to turn it up just a tiny bit.
To reset the room really, really quick.
And you can hear that people are talking, right?
I started this room because I love people. I love networking. I've made millions of dollars networking and made other people millions of dollars connecting them. 90% of the people on stage I know personally. Jason, Cole, Rembrandt.
At the same time, which is what we're doing right now. Okay, so we are literally live streaming. I turned it down because this is not my room, and I don't want to, record their audio without their permission, but I wanted to just show you it works, right? And so now you can say, like, you're having a conversation. This is happening real time. You are streaming to your multiple different platforms using Restream. And Restream, actually, the pro version of it already creates a recording for you. So you don't even have to like specifically record it on an external device or even through your third-party live stream service. You can literally do all of what I'm doing right now and on restream.io. Okay. So I am using the encoder for Wirecast to be able to showcase this on the screen like that. And then I'm just using the audio under settings. Under settings, I'm just using the audio interface as my output. Okay. And the way that you do that, let's just share my screen really quickly. And I'm going to go right here. Oh yeah, there it is. Okay. So now you guys can see the actual screen there. And I just select settings. I use the interface, which is called the Zoom L8 driver, and you guys can hear the audio via that way. Does that help, you guys? Are you finding this exciting? In the chat area, let me know if you found this pretty exciting, okay? It looks like Ndi is a flower website. Ndi.com is a flower website. Is it Ndi.org? Hold on, you guys. Let me just fix this real quick. Ndi. It is, oh, sorry. Okay, it's Ndi.tv. So it's Ndi Tools. Ndi.tv. I said .com, but it was .tv. Okay. So I hope that helps for those of you that were looking for the Ndi. How do I blur the background? This is actually just my camera here. So this is my living room that I'm in, Roberto, and I blurred the background by using the specific camera, which is, this is an older camera. This is a T6i camera, you guys. Oops. Did that share? Okay, hold on. Let me go back here. Come back here. Okay. I closed out the phone, so that's why you got the question mark. But this is a T6i camera with a 50 millimeter lens on it and focused in on me, and that blurs out the background. So using prime lenses is a really cool thing to be able to blur out the background like you see here, just like TV or whatever. It's really, the look is really in the lens, and we could probably do a whole episode on lenses and really cool lenses depending on, you know, the space that you have in your home, using small space or bigger space or whatever, right? But it's just a T6i 50 millimeter lens. Boom. Okay. All right. So any other questions? you weren't clear about how I was sharing the screen. I was sharing the screen just by connecting my phone either directly to my laptop via USB, right? And inside of like vMix or Wirecast, they will allow you to use it as its own capture, or you can connect it like I did here via Ndi. Ndi.tv lets you share multiple devices or the screens of multiple devices via Wi-Fi. Okay, so we're just sharing the screen via Wi-Fi using Ndi. So Ndi Capture. If I were to want this to be a third camera, then I would just do Ndi Camera, and I could take this anywhere in the house, right? And that's how that works. Okay, guys, did you find today's episode helpful? We're already at the 40 minutes. It always takes like longer than I think it's going to, and in my mind, I'm like, I want to leave questions for you guys. Leave time for questions. So if you have any questions, then definitely make sure that you join the chat area here, because I am looking here to answer any questions that you guys have. But in the meantime, thank you, Roberto. Thank you, Saskali. Is that how you say that? Myrrh. And Darren and Sound Bath Meditation Online and Roberto. Guys, thanks so much for joining today's broadcast. Samantha, Scott, awesome that you're here. I hope that you found today's episode helpful. And if you have, in the comment section, let us know, and we'll make more videos like this, more how-to videos. I really want to create episodes that are really going to empower you as remote producers to create more compelling, awesome looking live streams and awesome functioning live streams for yourself, for your clients. If you have questions about how to do some of this stuff in the chat area, make sure that you ask the questions, because I am here for you. I'm here to answer your questions. And I'm really excited that you are here. So Restream sees the phone as a source when you have Ndi in it. Yes. So Roberto, I actually use Ndi. And I use a third-party like encoder. So we did a whole episode on how to connect your encoder to Restream.io, which is what I did here. And it read it directly through the Ndi, okay, as its own source. All right. Follow me on Instagram and Clubhouse. Awesome. Thank you so much, guys. And I will encourage you all to do the same, and make sure that wherever you are watching us, if you're watching us on the Restream platform, if you're watching us on the Kimberly Flowers platform, or you're watching us on Beauty and the Brand or Remote Producer Live, yes, we're live on all of those different platforms. Make sure wherever you are to like and subscribe and share this broadcast with someone that you know really needs it. That helps us to get the message out there further, faster. And it also helps us to kind of gauge what more you guys want to learn about, and be able to present that kind of content for you. Until next time, guys, that's all I have for you today. And I don't see any other questions inside of here. Can you show the app, what the app looks like? I'm gonna show you one more time. Marquise, just for you, because you just put it in there right before I ended the broadcast. I am gonna show you what the Clubhouse app looks like, and I'm gonna show you what the Ndi app looks like just real quick, okay? So that you guys can get both of these. Now, Ndi is like, honestly, my like fast track way of just showing anything on my phone. It's just super easy and it works, okay? So this right here is the Ndi Capture App, and it will show you can stop the broadcast, or it'll just say start broadcast normally when you're doing it, and you'll be able to see it there. And Ndi, this is the other camera option. So if you're going through and like, you know, wanting to do, oh guys, you are seeing my kitchen now. Okay, well, this is the room. Anyways, let's turn that off. All right, I'm gonna turn that off. Okay, but it's just a really cool option for you guys to have like multiple cameras, show what's happening on your screen. That is Ndi Capture, and that is Ndi Camera. The other app that we talked about today was incorporating Clubhouse. Clubhouse is this app right here. And let me make sure the audio is down. And in here, you can start your own room. How to start your own room, just really quickly, because I'm not sure I actually said that, is you can schedule, first of all, it actually says start your own room. So I can start my own room here, or I can schedule a room. Now this is like really cool. As you can see here, it says upcoming for you. This is like people that I follow who have started rooms. And it kind of gives a description of what's going to be happening at what time. And I can hit the notifications bar button there. I can hit the notifications button to be notified when that group goes live. Okay. One thing that you guys, I would suggest for you to do if you're just starting with Clubhouse is schedule a room. If you know you're going to go live on Clubhouse, schedule a room by just hitting the little scheduler button, going back to the home, right? Just hit the schedule plus, start your own room, my awesome room, right? And then hit the date today at 6 p.m., whatever, and hit publish. I'm not going to publish because I'm not starting that room right now, but you guys can, and it'll give you a link that you can put inside of your emails so that you can start to connect with people on Clubhouse, right? And that's going to be really engaging for people that are already on Clubhouse and help you to start building your following on Clubhouse. Okay. Whew. That was a lot of information. I hope that you found it helpful. As always, guys, I am super excited that you made it this far, that you stayed with me all the way to the end of a 40-minute broadcast. And I just want to thank you so much for your time. And I hope that you found it helpful. If you have, always put it in the comment section. It just warms my heart to let me know that I'm on the right track when it comes to you and what it is that you're looking to create with Livestream. As always, guys, if you're looking to create more compelling, amazing looking live streams by yourself for your clients, you can definitely make sure that you hit Restream.io to learn how to do. We're live on Restream right now, right? Live on Restream.io using their studio platform to create what you see here. So if you love it, make sure that you hit my link that I will put in here in just a moment. I'll put it at the end of the broadcast, but just hit my link for a special discount on this platform or to try it for free. Okay. And then if you want to have a broadcast created for you, you don't really want to do any of this work, you love that what we're talking about, but technically like you're not really trying to do all that, then go over to remoteproducerlive.com. That's remoteproducerlive.com, where we will create your amazing looking live stream for you. Okay. So find out more details on that. Talk to one of our producers. I can't wait to see you on either one of those platforms. Until then, guys, I will see you in the next episode. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.